cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make.
Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave. 6 feet deep under, but my body won't decay, cause my messages are timeless, so they'll put them on display. Oh yeah, I rap with a certainty, I have a sense of urgency, a message for eternity, for everyone internally. I had some people burning me, but now they fucking learn to see I ain't the one to fuck with. Now they looking nervously, and I don't really care what you think of me, respectfully. You can kick rocks if you think you're fucking better, see I will outwork you, turn you to an enemy.
MP, how you feeling?
It's game time, MP. You ready to put that work in? There he is. The other team's already worried about stopping you, MP.
Welcome everybody to another presentation of the NBA live on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill, and giving us the rundown from the sidelines, reporter Ali LaForce. We are now into November, so let's check in on the standings in the Western Conference. You look at San Antonio, they're sitting at the top of their conference right now with the #1 record. And of course Los Angeles, 8.5 games behind.
When I look at the Lakers, they've had that kind of mixed start that we've come to expect. Nothing that would indicate they're in for any kind of special season.
And, you know, perhaps with a roster move or two later on, they can start to break out of that pack.
And now the Los Angeles starters. At the forward slots, it's LeBron and Hachimura. Then it's Gabe Vincent. Then there's Jackson Hayes. And it's Goodwin in at the shooting guard position. And for the Spurs, at forward, we'll see Vassell slot in next to Barnes. Castle is out there with MP, and it's Wembanyama in at the center position. Serving up some holiday basketball for you fans out there. Happy Thanksgiving Eve, everyone.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving Eve to you as well, my partner. I mean, there's just something special about watching basketball during the holiday season. Hey, and we're in for a treat.
So it's San Antonio now. The Lakers getting their last shot to go. Hits the trifecta.
Yeah, very accurate shot by MP. He must have been drilling these since a young age.
James deciding where to go with it. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. MP, the pass to Barnes. Back to MP. Pass to Wembanyama. Now MP. Check by James. MP with it. The three. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
And it's good to see Vassell find the open man as he continues to evolve as a playmaker.
All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Thanks. And this summer saw the passing of Laker legend, three-time basketball Hall of Famer, the logo, Jerry West, an all-star every year of his outstanding playing career before going on to have such a successful career as a coach and as an executive. Guys, this league will bear his imprint forever. Jerry West will be missed.
An all-time great. Okay, Shams, thank you. And now we'll go to Allie LaForce, who had a chance to talk with Greg Popovich.
He was just marveling at LeBron's ability to take advantage of any mistake you make, even a minor one. He said, if you're even a half step away from a guy defensively, LeBron will find that person. Coach is asking his guys to stay connected to shooters tonight.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Vincent passes to Goodwin. Back to Vincent. Looking to end the run. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. And for an up-and-coming San Antonio Spurs team, Grant, what's the key for them in your mind?
I'd have to say, B.A., that it's patience. You know, young guys need time to develop their game and learn from experience. You can't expect people to become stars overnight.
And when you look at the Lakers, a lot has happened since their championship run in 2020, Clark.
Yeah, it really has, B.A., and I think some of it you have to attribute it to a significant amount of roster turnover. And then you pair that with coaching changes. One of the keys to being successful in anything and at any level and in the NBA, stability, continuity. You've got to have it with your executive management team, coaches, and players. And they've not had that, so the consistency has been hard to find.
Now here's Hachimura. Taking a look at his numbers, averaging about 11 a game.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
From deep, MP knocks down the long J. MP's got 11 points.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
And here's Connect outside. Gets the three to fall.
Yeah, the rookie with the answer. Connect saying, I am ready for prime time.
MP inside. He's covered by Vincent. Vassell passes to MP. And again, it's San Antonio with a three.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Trailing by 8. Hachimura outside. They set a pick. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Hall. On offense, here is San Antonio. They're on a 14-4 run. Vassell finds MP. He shoots. And there's another one for the Spurs.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Now, here is James. Coming off an unbelievable high-scoring game.
Putting up a goose egg, bageled this period. At this point, you have to run the offense through somebody else. I mean, that's your only choice.
Pass to Vassell. MP, a screen on James. Wing shot on the way. And again, it's San Antonio converting.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Hachimura, the pass to Vincent. Five on the clock. Pass to Connect. James, right side. The three is up. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles.
You know, they're losing in large part because he's not playing well. It's really as simple as that.
From deep, MP. Pure from three-point range. Hall's got 19 points.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. San Antonio on top, up by 15. And quarter number 2 will get underway just after this short break. And so far through one quarter, change here for San Antonio. And Greg Popovich has called timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Milton passes to James. Hachimura with a screen on Vassell. And there's James from the arc. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 4 rebounds in the game. And even after a year, the numbers that Wembanyama can put up are staggering.
Oh, terrifying what his stat line could look like in 5 years' time. His minutes and usage will only continue to grow. He could have multiple quadruple doubles in his future.
And so in the game for the Lakers, at the forward slots, it's LeBron and Hachimura. Shake Milton out there with Gabe Vincent. And it's Hayes in at the center position. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Devin Vassell's progressing offensively. He said, I feel like the game has slowed down, just making the right reads. I know I can get to my spots. I just want to show that I'm an efficient scorer and a willing passer. I'm trying to be the best player that I can be.
Yeah, love that work ethic, Allie. Thanks. Now here's Vincent. 8 points in his last time out. Here's Milton. The rebound by Hall.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Vassell outside. Back to MP. MP, a screen on James. 4 on the clock. Lets it go. And there are the Spurs with another bucket.
Give lots of credit to Devin Vassell. He's really improved his game over the years.
Here's Milton. No good off the back of the rim. Spurs lead by 10. Vassell outside. From 11 feet away. And San Antonio again with a bucket.
And Vassell can get that shot anytime he wants.
James against Vassell. James outside. Punching it inside. LeBron.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
And here's MP from outside. Oh, at the buzzer! Wow!
I didn't think he was going to get it off in time. Oh, wow.
I agree. I mean, and to have the composure to lock in and get off a shot he feels confident about, that's good work.
And so we wrap up the first half. San Antonio on top. They lead by 13. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Greetings, everybody. Before we review the first half, let's take an early season peek at how the Western Conference is shaking out so far.
When I look at San Antonio, this team wants to do big things, Shaq-sized things. And I got to say, they're looking almost as dominant as Kenny.
Easy, big fella, but I got to say, they are making it look easy, here in this early part of the season at least. And time to talk now about that first half. What a dominant display for the Spurs.
Everything they touch on the offensive end right now is turning to goal. It makes life easy when most of your play calls are working.
Yeah, they came in with the right approach, and the execution, spectacular. And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
Grant, there are such intense rivalries at the college level. Do any of those carry over to the NBA?
Oh, B.A., they sure do. I was part of some serious college rivalries. There was a lot of trash talk with the guys on the other side, and it didn't stop that much after we got to the NBA.
At forward, we'll see Vassell slot in next to Barnes. Castle is out there with MP, and it's Wembanyama in at the 5. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with.
Young fella does not let the contact distract or bother him. Business-like finish from MP.
Hachimura outside. Hayes with a screen on Barnes. Shot from the wing. And it's Hachimura missing.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Here's James. The Spurs making their last shot. And there's the lob.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition switch ignited.
MP finds Vassell. Back to MP. The shot. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. James outside. Nice D from Vassell.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
Grant, compared to some of the flashier scorers, Devin Vassell has a more workmanlike approach.
Yeah, he can quietly drop a big game on you. He doesn't draw attention with stylish plays and big circus shots. He just grinds it out by finding his looks.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. And a chance to see the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. You look at the Cavaliers, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
When I look at San Antonio, they've been giving their all in every game, eager to show those who doubted them that they're capable of being the top team.
He's checked in for San Antonio. Hall comes in for Paul. And the Lakers will go for a different look here. Vanderbilt's checked in for Hayes. Finney-Smith comes in for James. Connect's checked in for Goodwin. And Milton subbed in for Vincent. Here's Connect. He has 6. Outside Milton. They set the screen. Pass to Connect for 3. It's hauled in by Mamukelashvili.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Hall. And the shot goes in. Hall's got 31.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Here's Hachimura. Let's go with a three. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so the San Antonio Spurs continuing to pile it on, up 22 as we head to the break. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Now here's MP. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. Well, Grant, it appears the league expansion is around the corner. Any concerns about spreading the talent too thin?
Not really, BA. I mean, the global pool of players competing for an NBA roster spot has never been deeper. So there's plenty of talent to go around.
And the Lakers, looking at who they've got. James is out there with Shake Milton. Then it's Connect. Then there's Jared Vanderbilt. And it's Finney Smith in at the 5, down low. Now here's MP. Pass to Vassell. Back to MP. Fires it. Wembanyama controls the rebound and the putback.
Yeah, terrific follow-through from Wembanyama, proving he has a good head on his shoulders.
Now here's Milton. On the take. Rebound by San Antonio. MP's got 4 rebounds now.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
This has been a running theme for him. Hit a number of threes in the first half, now nails another.
MP against Milton. Rebound by San Antonio. MP's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Vassell. Shoots. Again, the Spurs score.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Now here's Milton. James deciding where to go with it. On the wing, Milton, covered by MP. Clock at 4 to halt the run. The Lakers got to get one up. Late clock. Shoots from the baseline. Finney Smith's shot is off. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. Here in the 4th quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed. Now here's Vassell. From deep, MP. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
He's getting it done offensively, making winning plays at every turn.
Milton passes to Vanderbilt. And Vanderbilt slams it in.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice.
And, guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and one foot.
And so it's San Antonio with it, following the score by Los Angeles.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
Well, you know, that's exactly their plan here in the 4th. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes. He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Spurs.
Well, they have owned the offensive perimeter throughout this game, finding lots of openings and turning them into big shots.
And the thing I've seen that I've really been impressed by is they've gotten everybody involved, unselfishly making that extra pass, getting that ball to the right guy at the right time for the good shot.
You know, even though Wembanyama's first year was a tough one for the Spurs, there's a good outlook going forward, Grant.
And that's how it should be when you've got a generational talent like Wemby. The Spurs don't need to rush things at all.
Now here's Fox. They get the rebound. Here's Bassey.
Right now on their heels.
And so it's San Antonio easily grabbing this one. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
And that about wraps it up. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for watching the NBA, brought to you by 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.
Way to bring the effort tonight. Son, you win so many games, I'm running out of things to say. You let these guys like the baby, and you're going to have to stand there and watch it. Congrats.
And the players going through their game preparation, making sure they're fully warmed up for it's exciting Sunday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Sacramento Kings against the How does the development, Greg, of role players affect the team?
It can be a major factor. Being able to fill the needs of a team, that's what it's all about. A shot here, a block there, structural players, critical.
And the starting group for the Spurs. Sohan is the 4 with the lengthy Wembanyama playing the 5. MP out there with Castle. And it's Vassell in at the 3. And here are the Kings now. And Levine, here we go. Murray. And the rejection by MP. Free throw line jump shot. Bounces high off the rim and drops. MP's got the game going with his first points of the game for San Antonio. Outside DeRozan. Levine looking around. Rebounded by the Spurs. Just a tremendous run right now for them. 12 straight wins.
Well, it's been impressive, and the question now really is, who is going to figure out a way to stop this crew? Each time out, they're finding new ways to win. That is dangerous for your opponent. Really a myriad of ways in which they're coming at you.
Greg, you know this. Getting that second contract is a major goal for young players in the NBA, like Devin Vassell.
And Devin did, signing a huge 5-year extension in 23. He ended up having his finest year after inking that deal. Vassell has a very bright future.
And MP providing some spacing with that three-pointer.
Outside DeRozan. Back to Levine. Banked in off the glass.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Vassell kicks to MP. And again, it's San Antonio with a three.
Well, having that solid jump shot is really a big part of the appeal with MP. A jumper he can keep improving on.
For Sacramento, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Pass to DeRozan. Valanciunas sets a screen for DeRozan. And the rejection by Wembanyama. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Now in the later stages of his career, Greg, DeMar DeRozan continues to be a master from the mid-range.
Kevin, we all know he loves that area of the floor. And what makes him so effective, the footwork. He's so good at backing guys down and creating space to get that jumper off. And I like the aggressiveness of DeMar DeRozan's game. He's constantly testing the defense, looking for any weakness he can exploit to get a bucket.
And the free throw, good. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Thanks, guys. The Kings were not complacent this summer. They have added all-star DeMar DeRozan in a sign-and-trade. He brings even more firepower to an offense that was already among the league's best. And in the loaded Western Conference, the Kings knew they had to make moves to stay in the fight. DeRozan is one of the biggest signings in Kings franchise history, guys.
A tremendous addition. Shams, thanks for the update. It's DeRozan with the drive. Here's Valanciunas off with the layup. Spurs leading by 8. MP left side. Wembanyama passes to Hall. Tries it from 9. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
So for Sacramento, their last game lost to the Trailblazers is important.
Well, you never want to concede a game before you play it. That said, though, they were just overmatched.
Tough thing about that one is they also were playing a poor opponent, so no fire in that game. I mean, that sticks with you a little bit.
Spurs passing it around. Here's Vassell, and it's San Antonio with another.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Now here's Levine. He's guarded closer. It's good. Levine's got his second bucket.
What helps Levine from mid-range? He gets such great lift off the floor.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He wants it here to get things straightened out with his team. Both teams will make substitutions. Now let's take a look at top rookies in the league. Our rankings here for the race for Rookie of the Year. A distinction every young player would love to have. You look at MP. What a rookie year he's having, guys, atop the rankings right now. And even though it might be a tight call, he's definitely the favorite.
And what a feeling right now for him. I mean, sitting on top of the heap of all that young talent.
That is no small achievement. Even early on like this, I think it shows just how well he fits into playing at this level.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Fultz against MP. Driving in. Second chance shot. And the rejection by MP. Here's the three. Offensive rebound. His first shot is missed. 0 for 1 to start the contest. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Lyles with a wide open look. Plenty of room to knock down the shot.
And LaVine knows how to use the spacing on the floor to his advantage, whether it's attacking the basket himself or setting up a teammate.
Here's MP. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes. Hall's got 16 points.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
And so it's MP making things happen for San Antonio. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. Back right after this. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a comfortable margin for the Spurs here, guys.
Coming in hot.
It's all you, MP. You got this.
San Antonio leading by 18. The drive by MP. Pass to Castle. And a big part of perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screen. Some of the tricks of the trade in that regard.
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength. A lot goes into it. Also, you know, getting a cadence for the screener. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense.
Here's Hall, and MP throws it down.
What an incredible game so far for MP. He's showing no signs of slowing down.
Outside, LaVine. Murray outside. Again, the miss by the Kings. Here's San Antonio. They're on a 14-5 run here. Hall, that's good.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
DeRozan passes to Murray. It's Ellis on the wing, covered by MP. His first shot coming late. No good from Valanciunas.
Well, he creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
Vassell finds MP. Another miss by MP.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Here's DeRozan. Rebound by Sohan.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
MP with a screen on Murray. He was all alone on that one. Vassell's got 5 points so far.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. LaVine passes to DeRozan. Shoots over Vassell. And it's DeRozan missing.
You can see the frustration in the quarter on his face, especially with his team trailing.
Pass to Castle. Here's Vassell. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. Hall's got 3 assists now in this one. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Spurs out in front, just dominating this one. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Hey, everybody, it's halftime. Boy, it's been a rough go. So
They have to be better offensively. Shooting under 40%. You know how to fix that, fellas? Feed the bigs.
stop the presses. Shaq advocating for more post play. And next up, we have the award winners, our players of the month in the East and the West. In the Eastern Conference, Trae Young.
Talk about in a mood. Young's been hitting shots the moment he crosses half court. He can also put it on the floor, and he has that sneaky floater. Very frustrating to defend.
And when you run two at him, boom, he finds the open man.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, he's been nothing short of a wall at the rim so far in this one, single-handedly providing great rim protection.
Been aggressive to block shots, but also avoiding fouls. That's a heavy presence inside.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. Sohan is the 4 with the lengthy Wembanyama playing the 5. Castle is out there with MP. And it's Vassell in at the small forward. Count it, good.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
You know, Greg, with a combination of Wembanyama and Coach Greg Popovich, the Spurs should be a great defensive team.
Yeah, it's hard with a young roster because all 5 guys have to work in unison, and often someone's going to make a mistake. And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. 3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Outside, Levine. Pass to Valanciunas. To the inside, Ellis. And it's slammed in by Ellis.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
And MP gets it to go on the assist by Vassell. Vassell's got his 8th assist here tonight. And so Ellis will bring it up for the Kings. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Levine kicks to Murray. DeRozan with a screen for Murray. No good on the triple.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And here's MP for 3.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
And the layup falls. DeRozan's got 5.
Getting aggressive inside. DeRozan refuses to waste that opportunity.
Pass to Vassell. MP with a screen on DeRozan. And it's San Antonio with another.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
DeRozan passes to Levine. And a miss there on the triple. The Spurs have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Here's Vassell. And the Spurs scoring again. 1:50 left to play in the third. DeRozan passes to Ellis. On the wing, Levine. And we know he can score. He's averaging around 21.5 points a game. Lets the 3 fly. Rebound San Antonio. Wembanyama's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And, Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. You asked Greg Popovich about Victor Wembanyama, and he says, Victor's a different player. He's got talents, and you don't want to take that out of him. I tried to do that with Manu Ginobili, and I learned my lesson. Just shut up and let him play. Victor does some amazing things. His game is all-encompassing. Kevin?
That's a great way to put it, D.A. It is all-encompassing. Wembanyama is one of one. Hey, thank you for the report. LaVine wide open. Drops in the tray. LaVine's got 7.
And running the pick and roll to perfection there. Much easier to execute when you have a handle like LaVine.
Vassell off the pick from Hall. Puts it up from 17. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
And practice is paying off. Vassell has worked so hard to get his shooting dialed in.
DeRozan surveying the D. Just 5 on the clock. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs with a major 39-point lead here at the end of the quarter. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We'll return shortly. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Greg Popovich.
But don't stop the aggressiveness. You got shots, let them fly.
And that's the thing about Greg Popovich. As long as you're taking good shots, he doesn't want you to hesitate, doesn't want you to stop.
Well, and the offense is designed to create opportunities. So if you pass up the opportunity, you're kind of
things I can ask you. I've thought about this one. What would you say is the most important thing a team has to do to be an NBA champion?
Kevin, it's pretty simple. Accept your role. And when that happens, stars will be stars, and role players will be there to support stars in any way they possibly can. But to accept your role and to sacrifice for the good of the team, it's going to give you a chance to hold that trophy.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that about wraps it up. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
You are the straw that stirs the drink.
making some changes. Durant, he's checked in for O'Neal. Dunn comes in for Bradley Beal. And it's Booker in for Jones. A big group substitution here for San Antonio. Bassi, he's checked in for Mamukelashvili. Wembanyama comes in for Barnes. Devin Vassell, he's checked in for Johnson. And MP subbed in for Paul. So on the floor for the Spurs, MP is out there with De'Aaron Fox. Then there's Wembanyama. Then there's Devin Vassell. And it's Bassi in at the center position. And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Thanks, guys. Well, the Spurs with some experienced additions, bringing in Chris Paul and Harrison Barnes. Their mentorship is likely just as valuable to this young roster as their contributions on the court. And with legendary head coach Greg Popovich, they're creating an environment for growth in San Antonio. They're really building things the right way, guys.
All right, Chums, appreciate the report. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, De'Aaron Fox, the inaugural 2023 Clutch Player of the Year, he said, quote, "You can't be afraid to fail. Obviously, you're not going to make every shot, but my team puts me in position to succeed, so the least I can do is have confidence in myself to take good shots." Brian?
Allie, thanks. You know, he's become a star, and he comes up with a bucket. And now a 9-point Spurs lead.
This gives you an idea of MP's potential. It shows the type of scorer he can become.
Booker for three. Rebound by San Antonio. Wembanyama's got 5 rebounds in the game. Jacks up a 3. And MP gets it to go on the assist from Vassell. Vassell's got his 7th assist here tonight. To the wing on the left. Pass to Richards. There's 38 seconds left in the first half. Here's Booker. They need this. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to be on MP.
This is who you want at the line, and Booker gets himself there a lot.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening.
And in their last game, he really distinguished himself at the free throw line.
You know, Booker gets a lot of praise for his scoring. But how about his skill as a passer, Richard?
Oh, he's a good decision maker, B.A. He's able to read defenses and dissect them with his passing. He's shown he can be a traditional, quote-unquote, point guard.
Plumlee's checked in for Phoenix. Bradley Beal comes in for Allen. And it's Hall missing. Suns trail by 10.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Yeah, you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
Pass to Wembanyama. Here's Vassell. Oh, it would have counted, it fallen, but it is offline. And so it's San Antonio earning this break in the action, up 10. And they've done well in limiting Durant's production, making him uncomfortable and getting him out of rhythm. We'll be right back.
Hi, everyone. Let's start things off by checking out the Player of the Month award recipients. Before we get into that, I want to know, back when you guys played, what was your favorite city to play in?
Well, Shaq played for every team in the league, so I'd like to ask him first, Ernest.
Well, everybody wanted me, Kenny. Don't be jealous. I say L.A. is way up there. You know, because you're always home. Especially during the 3P days. It was very, very hot there.
Yeah, you kind of set yourself up for that one, Jeff.
I know.
And turning back to our first half, things going well, extremely well for the Spurs.
They're up because of the three-point shot, scoring and bunch.
And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Mason Plumlee out there with Kevin Durant. And it's done in at the 3 slot. And that's the group for Mike Budenholzer as we begin the second half. Oh, wasted no time on that one. Durant's gotten his first points in this one.
If there are any better pull-up shooters than Durant in the NBA, it's a very short list. All a defender can do, really, is just hope he misses.
Lets it fly. The offensive rebound. MP outside. Six on the shot clock. And you played for several different coaches with very different philosophies, Grant. Did you have a favorite system?
Well, you know, BA, I did. I played 19 years, a number of different coaches, but the 8 seconds or less offense back when I was with the Suns as a player, you want to run, and honestly, it's so much fun getting up and down the court like that.
Down low. Back to MP. Vassell finds MP from the arc. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Beal outside. On the wing, Durant. Dunn outside. Up top, Beal. For 3, Durant. Durant with another miss.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And it's good for 2. Hall's got 29.
Okay, so they've looked energized and focused starting this half, coming out of the break, making 4 out of their first 5.
Okay, RJ, we all know how luck comes into play in the NBA. The Spurs have had great lottery luck.
Yeah, winning the first pick 3 times, drafting David Robinson, Tim Duncan, and Victor Wembanyama. I don't know, but I would be really upset if I was all of those other teams to miss out on those big guys.
Here's Hall. Takes it inside. No stopping him there. Jams it in. And he's an opportunity at a 3-point play. It goes on Mason Plumlee. Ever since Phoenix changed ownership, they've been all in on winning now, Richard.
They've traded a lot of picks away and young talent to assemble a team of superstars. Some of the best shooters in the history of this league. And they were willing to go deep into the luxury tax to sustain it.
And the NBA has made a significant investment in the G League over the years. Grant, you can really see the impact it's had.
Yeah, BA, and it's grown into a real minor league for the NBA. The NBA needed something like that for a long time, and it's helped the product.
18 feet out. Durant, no good.
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
Out to Fox. Lets it go from deep. On target from range. Fox has got 6.
I just love the ball movement.
And Booker has got the ball here for Phoenix. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Durant serving the D. 3-pointer. Sends it home from 3-point land. Durant's got his second basket of the night.
What a ruthless move by Durant, dealing a big blow to the opponent's morale with that 3-point answer.
Here's MP. Again, the Spurs score.
And he's carried them this quarter, a dominant offensive stretch.
Suns trail by 21. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Here's Beal. He can't get that one to fall. Good work defensively by Fox. Here's MP, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Johnson finds MP. And there are the Spurs with another bucket.
As his career has progressed, Johnson has really improved as a playmaker.
Here's Beal. 11 points in the game. Plumlee, a screen on Fox. Beal, the pass to Plumlee. That one's in there on the nice assist from Beal.
It's interesting. They definitely had more 3-point attempts in the first half. Not sure why they went away from it.
Here's Hall. Lays it up and banks it in. MP's got 38 points.
They're in strong position coming down the stretch, and he is a big reason why.
Outside Durant. Back to Booker. MP with the block.
You should know a young guy like MP is looking to send that shot all the way.
MP, you're up.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. So on the floor for San Antonio. Sohan and Wemby are the bigs. Kendall is out there with MP, and it's Vassell in at the 3, the small forward.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Oh, got that one up quick. Hall's got 40 points.
Ooh, he's been the guy tonight. Really impressive performance.
Now here's Beal. Plumlee a screen. The 3. And once again, off the mark by Phoenix. Booker against MP. On the wing, Vassell. Screen by MP. Shot is up. Rebounded by Dunn. Dunn's got his 4th rebound in this one. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Pass to Durant. Takes a 3. San Antonio with a rebound. MP scanning the floor. On the wing, Vassell. Back to MP. From downtown, Kevin Durant pulls it in. Suns trail by 21. Outside Booker. You know, for a while now, the NBA has done a last 2 minutes report on games. Richard, how do you think the players feel about this?
I can tell you how I feel. I don't like the 2-minute report. I think it does absolutely nothing to help the basketball game. Guys are frustrated. They need to move on. If they walk into the next game worried about the last 2-minute report, are they really focused on that game?
Hall passes to Vassell. Screen by MP. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 4-3. Vassell can't get it to go.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Spurs.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept.
And so it's San Antonio easily grabbing this one. And how about that performance in the NBA Cup? 4-0 in the group phase. They advance to the quarterfinals.
Yeah, while they've been dominant so far, it's single elimination going forward. A whole new game, but I do like their chances.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make.
Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave. 6 feet deep under, but my body won't decay. Cause my messages are timeless,